Why don't you tell us about why is secure remote access important in today's threat landscape?
So essentially, if we look at the data about past events, about how customers got breached, we see that the leading factor in getting initial access, which is the basic component when you conduct an attack, was through remote access solutions. Unfortunately, we see a widespread of options that attackers are choosing, going all the way from a one-off solution like TeamViewer, LogMeIn, which is a leftover when that specific system got deployed, or something intentionally that one of the engineers wanted to take the initiative, in some cases had a bad outcome, and was a leading factor when an attacker wanted to get in. In addition to that, we see, of course, that the fact and use of one-off VPN solutions with the lack of MFA, with MFA, the leading factor of attacking and leveraging social engineering or compromised account to get into organization, just taking the low-hanging remote access solutions as the main entry door into those organizations, and from there on, with the nature of OT equipment and the software that exists in it, in just an easy-peasy way to get the outcome they wanted into those organizations.
Can you tell us more about the best practices organizations should take in order to avoid these kind of breaches?
So the best practice is to actually put a proper remote access solution that incorporates both auditing and traceability of the account. I think almost every account will be compromised at one point or the other. So you need to have like a detailed action plan on how you disable account, how you monitor them, and of course, which user actually sits behind which account. So it's very important to have that information and of course have those documents in place. That said, I think that it's also important to make initiative hunt to find those unadministered solutions and one-off solutions in the form of 4G or third-party installed software that actually bypasses that policy. It's a combination of a visibility aspect that we actually push in for customers to understand all their assets in combination with the very strict and very audited remote access solution.
Can you talk more about the importance of having both visibility and enforcement as part of one platform?
Yeah, sure. Because for us, it's very important to, you want to limit the scope. Zero trust, I think, is the leading factor. Every user that comes in, you cannot work like if you have keys to the kingdom, you can access the entire kingdom. That didn't work. Unfortunately, if one user was able to access one device, he was able to access the majority of them. Combining visibility and strict remote access into one platform enable you to have a streamlined policy creation. No more that you need to go to the old-fashioned firewall and add device by device into the network. You can actually leverage the visibility and the device profile into creating custom access control list, which for me, it's like the future. And if you think about it, just like dynamic fence that adjust according to the user, and therefore in an event of a compromise, you can actually firsthand understand the potential scope of damage and of course limit the adversary to a certain amount of devices that he can access. That's very hard for the adversaries.